What's good? What's good? We back with another reaction video. Doing another Kevin Samuels video. Let me get to it. Embrace being arrogant. Um, my boy was on me. He was like, "Man, I watched the first Kevin Samuels video. What the rest of the reactions at, man?" I was like, "I'm tired, boss. I'm tired." It pushed me to go harder and do some more videos. But as I started looking for videos to find, I started going through my playlist and stuff like that, and that really helped me out because it was like just I don't really go through my playlist. I mean, I don't really watch a video again once I put it in my playlist. It's kind of for other people, or maybe if I ever go back to just watch it. But becoming your best man is one of the playlists that I've created recently, and it's just a few different things on. You see, should men get married today? Girls want attractive men, especially the what do you call it, the manosphere, alphasphere, stuff like that, in the sense of like helping you break down modern day relationships. In a sense, that's an accident. But let's keep it going. Different ways to how to be in certain situations or environments. How to always be confident in any situation. How to comfortably flirt with anyone. And honestly, like these are some pretty good videos. They're not as cheesy as you're gonna think. It's not about pickup lines and stuff like that. And honestly, most of this stuff is just really kind of when you walk in a room, wherever room you at, and being on your toes, being on your p's and q's, as they say. A lot of people, when they walk in certain rooms, they get intimidated by people power or cloud and stuff like that. For instance, it's a small example. If like we used to work at this warehouse, when the manager, when the higher ups walked around, like the people just froze up and shit. They couldn't even be them anymore. Even if they were working, like they just started freezing up. Versus like, I just treat people like they're normal, but even then that takes like a certain confidence, a certain understanding, and a lot of this I feel like could help. There's many different videos on there, but I just wanted to shout out, throw that out there for any men that want to kind of need a little guidance out there. And I feel like YouTube, bro, with all of us not having a consistent father in our lives or not even having one at all, we need stuff like this. So here y'all go. But this is what I put one. I think I got this video from that playlist. So let's get into it.
Embrace it. Embrace it all, because understand something. If you want to be a CIA man, a confident, intelligent, and assertive guy, understand something. You are going to be insulted because you're a winner. Winners always get insulted by losers. They're going to call you arrogant. They're going to call you condescending. They're going to throw a bunch of insults at you, but what they're not going to do is they're not going to be able to beat you. It is going to dog it. Anytime someone is a winner, they have haters. Name me how many people hate Tom Brady and the Patriots. But you know who doesn't hate them? Patriots fans. People hate the Dallas Cowboys because they're called America's team. All winners have haters.
Polarity.
Now, we understand that at the high levels, at sports and entertainment, but here in the middle levels, trying to get to the elite levels and to the top 10%, I need you guys to understand something. People are going to come at you. They're going to say, like I said, one of the biggest ones they're going to call you is you're full of yourself. You think you're so this. You think you're...
My God, how much I've heard this. Man, whenever, it's always beneficial to them when it's like in a conversation or debate or what so-called argument. That's when you start to get people trying to put you in a box or label you. And for me, I feel like it's an easy sign when people start ignoring the message that you got and then they start to focus on the messenger. You see people do it with Kevin Samuels. They were like, "Well, why aren't you divorced twice? Or who are you to say something? How much money you got? Why? Like, how many women you ain't got no beautiful women? You probably gave all the different type of insults." And I've gotten many different insults. My coach one time pulled me to the side and we were just walking. I think during practice, he was like, "You're an asshole." He was like, "Coach," I think it wasn't Coach Stans. It was one of my offensive linemen coaches. I was on the D line. He was like, "Bryce is an asshole," and that wouldn't be the last time I've heard that. I've been called mean. I've been called rude. I've been called blunt. And these are not things I truly believe, but this is just some of the things how you come off when people just, I mean, don't really understand you in a sense or don't see your approach on things. And a lot of times when you're in arguments and debates, people start to attack the messenger. And it's like they'll say you so full of yourself or you don't listen or you can't ever win an argument with this person. And it's like no, like I'm I'm it's not that you can't ever win an argument with it. It's just I'm a very thorough person. So if we're gonna get into debate and you got shallow points or you can't last during the debate, I mean that's not on me. Don't start blaming me on your lack of, in a sense. And I let him go further because there was something else I wanted to say on this.
So again, you know I'm going to say that people who are trying to keep you down, they're not telling you that because they think less of you. They're telling you that because you have the nerve to believe in yourself and stand on what it is you believe. You're going to have men throw it at you, but what you're not going to have is some guy who's above you or better than you throw it.
Oh yeah, it's tough because I mean you start to get caught up in people, and that's when you should start. I mean, caught up in an argument, and that's when you should start distancing yourself. When you see they start to distance themselves from the message and focusing on the message, and they start to attack you. That's when you should start to kind of distance yourself because it's like at that point it's like this is not going to be a productive conversation, and I'm only going to get more intense, and it's not going to do anything better for the argument. Like I said, it's gonna start to get real unproductive. But it happens all the time, man. Just be careful and watch for that because a lot of people will try to do that, and honestly, they will pull you down, and now you up there bickering and yelling with them, and like it was just like a Thanos snap. It happened so fast. It was like in 1 minute I was just in a graceful life that I was living. I was chilling, unbothered, and all of a sudden this person started poking my buttons, and whether it's through passive aggressive, whether it's through just plain insults or whatever, but usually that's when you start to see that's who is starting to lose the debate. We used to always joke when you roasting people, like we'll say the first person to go personal, start talking about your mama, start talking about your girlfriend, start saying some vulgar shit when everybody was joking, kikiing, having just playful banter in a sense. That's when you can start to tell. And it's no different when you're having a civilized debate or argument with someone. When they start to poke at you, that's when you can start to see that the focus is being shifted and the frame is starting to change around the conversation. That's something I've been realizing and learning about the frame of things and things like that. So when somebody's starting to focus on you, they're changing the frame on things. And now if you don't catch that and reframe the situation, a lot of times you'll get out of hand. Things will get out of hand and out of your control because you're not even seeing what's being done or being played. But let's move on.
Bring it at you. You're never going to have somebody that you're trying to compete with saying you're arrogant. You're going to say, all right, that's what I mean. Do it. Be courageous. Push, push, push. That's right. Matter of fact, you're going to have winning kind of guys. You're like, yeah, do that, do that. You know the guys who are going to throw it at you? The guys who don't want to do the work.
That's true. From the winning, on a winning team, you recruit other winners. Whether you're the leader or whether you trying to join in somebody else's brigade in a sense and be a part of their trailblazing or whatever it may be. When we was in football, we knew other cold players. Hey man, come to our school, bro. We're not scared of having some good people. More depth, the better. And yeah, that's very true. And if the leaders, you usually stick around leaders. Starters hang around starters. You don't really see starters hanging around too many bench players unless, they cool, but for the most part, if you're really trying to be the best you want to be, you're going to work out with the strongest and the fastest, or even faster and stronger than you. I used to always train with the people that was better than me, especially with speed and strength. Like, I'm always trying to go, so it's like the carrot on the stick, essentially. Put somebody that's always faster in front of you, you always got something to look towards to try to get faster at. But if you always in front of everybody, if I'm running with the lineman and I'm faster than all of them, I can get complacent. So if you're really trying to be great, he's absolutely right. You're not going to really get too caught up in trying to pull people down with little debates and arguments, bro. You're going to try to iron sharpen iron because it's logical.
Guys that don't want you to make it so hard for them. Then of course they're going to call you all these things. Look at him. You're over there trying to be opportunistic, and you're over there trying to schmooze, and you're over there trying to glad hand. I'm going to keep it.
Oh man, my bad.
Real. It's always the keep it real dudes. What they're really saying is, I want you to stay down here. I don't want you to shine so bright it makes it hot on me. Could you not be so good?
No cap. That's something I kind of learned from Kevin Samuels with image. When you take care of yourself, when you're doing your nails, you're getting pedicure, you're taking care of your feet. Even other men will start to question your fluidity or your manhood. But in actuality, they just intimidated because you taking care of yourself and you looking good. Like in the sense of you just look good. It ain't even nothing to sugarcoat. And I talked to my brother about that. A lot of people like to sag and look rough as a sign of manhood or as a sign of strength. But I mean, it was a military officer say, make your bed every day. That shit's fucking tough. And what's also tough is taking care of yourself consistently. Those things kind of go hand in hand. And other men will criticize and joke on men that really take care of themselves or pretty boys because it makes it easier on them. If you can find a little narrative to flip on that person, change the frame on that person, you can kind of pull things into your favor. So a lot of men do that, and even women will do that when they get intimidated, whether in debates or just salty you not approaching them. I've been called, oh, he must be gay. No, you're just not attractive. I don't I don't know why that's the first conclusion you go to. Like nothing about me screams gay. I don't like. I'm in work clothes. I'm clean shaved. I'm like I talk to you normal. I didn't have any feminine like nothing. But they flirt with me and shit like that. She was like, "You want to literally same lady? You want a post office? You want a post office baby or a post office mama or some shit like that?" And I just laughed it off. And then they ain't say it to me in front of my face. They said it to the waitress and or the waiter, and he was like, "Nah, he not gay." And like, what would you say? He like, "No, I know him." Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And they was like, "Nah, he must be." But they just, like I said, feel a certain type of way, and the only way to make them like for them how they cope with the situation, whether it's losing an argument or trying to build their self or keep their self-esteem or maintain their self-esteem, they got to start to pull you down so they don't feel as bad. Start to put the blame on you or the judgment or whatever on you, so the accountability don't have to be on them, or they don't have to look in the mirror to see like, oh, why this person may not want to talk to me. They just be like, oh, he must be gay or he must be this or that. But that's what we
Could you not shine so bright? Could you not make me look like I'm just average or mediocre?
I'm
That's
sorry,
what's at the
man.
basis.
But just another quick point. You work so hard at a job, they like, nigga, calm down. Calm down. Like, you gonna make us have to work harder because we gonna start looking like we slacking. But once again, like, bro, you gotta be your best. Stop trying to be cool. I said this a while ago. I was like, don't be scared to nerd out. Like, this was one of my cerebral thoughts because, like, I was helping my brothers like break down football and shit, but I really start to see like patterns and like when I start talking to people about stuff, I really start to nerd out in conversation. But a lot of people try to be too humble when it comes to those situations, and that's why that was a big problem. Hey, mamas, I'm recording, mamas, but that was a big problem that I kind of had because I had kind of got too self-reflective because I had been called the asshole and stuff like that, but I kind of started to make micro adjustments over time and I didn't realize how it affect my psyche. But yeah, man, I lost my point, but yeah, you gotta embrace the arrogance,
Of
bro.
all this other kind of stuff, and I get so tired.
I'm sorry, y'all, but he was saying just working and working hard, and people start to be like, bro, you gotta slow down, you gotta do this, but you can't be too scared to be cool. I mean, you don't want to just get caught up in being cool because a lot of times that's when you start slacking off. You want to lean around, you want to talk, you want to conversate, you want to always look like instead of just being focused and stuff. For instance, there's a time and place for everything. I used to kind of get, like I said, these micro judgments and shit. I go to the gym and like you may go so hard, they be like, damn, bro, like people start looking at you, but you be like, God damn, I don't want people looking at me, I don't want people judging me. But in that sense, it's like, bro, I'm here to work out. I'm here to be I'm not here to impress y'all. Like maybe if we was at a fucking stand-up comedy show or you was on my fucking YouTube channel, but like right now I'm here to get work. So however that may come off and you may feel a certain type of way or you may be looking, fuck it, I'm here to work, bro, and I gotta tune into that. Same when you actual work, people want to, like I say, talk and hang around. It's like, bro, it's work to be done, and bro, like, let's not bullshit. Let's get this shit done so we can, move on in life. Like, slacking and shit, like, bro, let's make the day slow. You gotta hide and run around and shit. Like, bro, let's just get to work. If we can talk in between, that's cool. Or shit, if we really want to talk, we can talk after work. But yeah, a lot of people get upset when when you doing your best, and when you're not around competitive people. They take it as an insult and they start trying to gossip and pull you down in different type of ways, or throw little advice in there to, like, they call it advice, but it's really like counterproductive game. It's like, no, bro, I'm gonna keep doing it this way, like like, you could do it this way, and kind of chill and stuff like that. Like, I'm not. Yeah, I can, but if I get caught doing that, that's stress I ain't really trying to have, bro. Let me just knock it out the way it's supposed to be done in a sense. And that's just a small example, but you see that all the time, bro. A lot of people are scared to nerd out. A lot of people scared to go hard because of they got what other people may think about me or how other people may judge me. At the end of the day, bro, you got to move for yourself. If you start moving for how other people may look at you, man, you're going to be in a whirlwind. But that's what it is. People going to look at you like, damn, he don't give a fuck about what we think. Or, damn, this nigga do this and that. You're like, bro, I don't give a damn what you think. And people may think that's arrogant, but at the end of the day, bro, you just being steadfast and strong in your path. And whatever is in front of you. Like, a lot of people be at work and like, man, I ain't about to slave at this job, bro. But if you do your best at this job, whether it's this job or the next, you're going to move up the ranks. So one day people just realize this motherfucker got so good of a work ethic, we need to make him a leader. It's happened to me on accident at jobs and to a point where now I really am. But you work and you do your best on whatever's in front of you, because however you want to look at it, as God, the universe, or your lessons that you just have to deal with, bro, you got to attack that shit to the fullest. Don't half-ass that shit, because if you half-assing that, you don't know how many people are watching you, in the sense of, when I just talked about it, it's kind of funny. I just talked about not really giving a fuck about how people think about you, but let's be realistic with how you move in this world. People are watching you. So don't move ungracefully. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course, use it to your advantage. You know people watching you, do your best. And don't be scared to do your best, essentially. But let's move on.
Who are smart, who are accomplished, who are capable, who have the stuff that it takes, dumbing themselves down to make other people feel better. Listen to me when I tell you this. Man, there have been so many times that guys have thought, if I just failed, they'd like me more. And what you're going to find is, if you fail, you become just like the people that you think would like you more. They're going to still not like you. Matter of fact, they're going to resent you. They're going to say, look, I understand why I'm a failure. I understand why I didn't do it. But look, he had all these opportunities. He ended up right here. You don't do them any favors by failing. You know what you do? You go ahead and become the man you need to be. You go ahead and get up to the top of the top, the tippy top. You get your name up on Mount Rushmore. You climb Everest. You make as much. You go as high. You go as far as you can, and let the haters stand outside and call you whatever outside of the gates. That's right, outside the gates of your mansion, outside, while you're flying on your G6, let them call you all that crap from coach or on the bus. I'm a firm believer in this. That's why I was going to make notes on this, but I'm sorry. I'm just going off the cuff because I have seen this stuff so much in my life. I've had the people throw stuff.
I've literally just talked to someone else, like, I don't want to be a manager because of the little bit of extra work that they have to do. They're like, but when he's, I don't want to put too much out there, but I highly doubt they watch it. But they've worked there 20 to 13 years or something like that, knows more than most people, and complains about things when things don't go the way he think it should go. And it's like, I would never call him wrong because the nigga knows shit. The nigga's smart. The nigga been doing this shit for 20 years. He's well adjusted to the game of this shit. But for me, it's like, why not get into a position, even though it may be more stressful, but bro, you got the credentials to be a beast at this shit, to really make money in this shit, because you got 20 years of experience. Why not use it to the best of your ability? Like, being a cook, yeah, that's great, but move up one step and run things how you think things should run. You got 20 years of experience. Believe in that shit and start making moves like that. And he even said, he was like, they have asked me, but I wouldn't want to do it. Like, I understand management is not fun. The shit can be stressful. But honestly, when you a good person and you doing your best, bro, things flow no matter what. Like, even when I had some hard days, I keep my head down, I stay focused, and we get through the day. So I can't even say that, like, some days have been stressful, but it's the same thing when you're a cook. Some days you leave fucking exhausted and drained. So why not be making more money and get drained? So I've literally, and that's just one example. I've met so many people that either has to keep it real too much, downplay themselves, or just not really actualize their full potential. But yeah, man, it's tough.
But you know what? I've never had somebody do that. Tell me any of this stuff. And it's one of the few things that you can rest assured that if you want to be better than 90% of people, you're going to have people throw shit at you. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Especially the men.
I used to be that person. I didn't want to do management shit because I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. But nigga, how about you just take baby steps? Like, if that's an opportunity in front of you, why not take it? Like, I'll self-sabotage myself in certain ways of, like, knowing I could do better at a job, knowing I could put in more effort at a job, but I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that because, like, I want to do it this type of way. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say that, like, I've seen so many people and been that person because I've been that rebel and say I'm gonna do it my way. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get my money here, but y'all ain't about to overwork me and all this shit. And certain things happen and you don't even see how you a part of the shit that's happening because you be half-assing and shit. But yeah, I've been that person too, man.
And that you were beating. Now, let's flip it up. The women that say it, they don't understand why. Why they're saying it because you make it harder for them to actually keep your attention. Oh, did I say that out loud? See, I've never had a woman call me arrogant, or take that back. Take it back. Let me not be hyperbolic. Arrogant is a compliment for most women. Arrogant is a compliment for most women because it's like, damn, you got balls. You have courage. You have
free game.
You actually have the courage of your convictions. You have enough to stand on it and say it directly to their face and not flinch. So embrace it. Embrace the.
Women love that shit. I'm not gonna say embrace arrogance just for women. Do it because it's literally conducive to your mental health and your sanity. Because a lot of times, I'm not saying be an asshole and completely inconsiderate and completely unempathic or just lack of empathy towards people and stuff like that. But bro, have a solid belief about yourself to a point where you stand up for yourself. You're not scared, and you have confidence about the things that you believe. Because I mean, if you believe it, you better have some confidence. You better have some confidence behind it, or you might want to question why do you even believe it.
Arrogance. What's the difference between cocky and confidence? It's not bragging if it's true. If you're a winner, you're a winner. It's not bragging. The difference between cocky and confidence. I look at it. You can be cocky when you have the confidence that you know you're going to put the work in to get it done. There's one thing to sit around and talk about something and you don't have the work, the hashtag show your work, you don't have the receipts, you don't have the numbers, you don't have the facts, you don't have the data, you just have the belief in yourself. Well, I'm still a proponent for that because here's the thing, only you know whether or not you're going to do the work. But if you can say you're going to do great things, you're going to be great because you know that you're going to do the work, then do it. Say it. Say it and make it and put the pressure on yourself. Put the pressure on yourself to hold yourself accountable.
I'm going to be great.
When you make the result, when you do
one day,
accomplish what it is you say you're going to accomplish, nobody can say anything other than, he may be arrogant, he may be cocky, he may be this. Yeah, but he also got it done. He delivered. Don't have to like him, but there's the result. That's why I love this whole business of image. It's about outcomes. It ain't bragging if it's true. So like I say, embrace the arrogance. You might as well go ahead and get to learn to like it, learn to love it. because you do no one any favors by saying, you know what, I'm going to dim my light. I'm not going to wear my suit on Saturday. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to dress better. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Matter of fact, I'll just sit around here and be like everybody else. Then they'll like me more. No, they won't. They won't like you anymore, and you won't like yourself anymore either, because you know good and doggone well you're cheating yourself. I don't want you to cheat yourself to make somebody else feel comfortable. I want you to make your competition sweat. I want you to make it hard.
Put that pressure on them hoes.
Your competition. I want you to make it hard on the women who want to be in your life, because if you're going to win, you're going to get out there and do what it takes to succeed. And I want you to get all the results.
When you go out there and do your best, you give yourself leverage in more situations than not. Simple. Whether it's with women, because they know other women see you, they gonna do better. If a woman know you ain't really got options, they treat you kind of like that. Because I mean, people kind of treat you like that. Life is about leverage. If I don't really have to respect you, why should I? And I'm not saying that means you warrant disrespect, but you're not gonna get them same opportunities as somebody I do respect. You're not gonna get the same looks and consideration like somebody I do respect. And when you doing your best in life, yes, there's gonna be people that hate you, but ultimately, numbers add up. And if you being productive, that means you being productive for the people around you, yourself, and all other things. There could be people that don't like you, but guess what? You have leverage. Some of the greatest stars in life, whether you're talking about artistry or whatever the hell, doctors or athletes or whatever, they've been able to negotiate deals even though they're disliked. They've been able to make moves even though they dislike, because they have leverage. People he just said it, the Cowboys or the Tom Brady, like it's many people that hate them, but their greatness keep them secure. So being productive in life, bro, it can be a mean safety belt. Whether you may lose a job, but somebody may move from that job, but like, man, I remember, hey, bro, you want to work? I've had that. Like, hey, bro, you want to work at this job? I just started working here. I know you said we was both thinking about leaving. Niggas gonna give you opportunity. They're not gonna be scared to show you love, because they be like, oh, this nigga work. Whether it's another manager, whether it's a friend, whether I used to be a server. If people see you hustling, bro, they'll give you, hey, I know you don't want to do this all your life. You want to come try to do this, do that. Like, people see that. So, I mean, yeah, man, you have leverage when you do your best in life. And no matter if it's at a job, no matter if it's at school, no matter if it's just in your home, in the gym, whatever hobby you're doing, if you're just trying to be your best, eventually that'll be good enough to send you other places to open a door or two.
What do you think? People out here that are millionaires and billionaires, people who are rich and wealthy, what do you think they do? They still eat. Well, you know what? I'm eat spam. I'm eat peanut butter and jelly because I don't want a man to forget that mess. Many people don't know how rich.
Fuck all that survival remorse shit. Work too goddamn hard to have remorse for people I just couldn't fucking help. I'm not God, not of their reality. God of my shit, not theirs. I'm not everyone's savior, just my own. So I'm sure I'm a good enough savior of my own to help others. That's why I do stuff like this, but can't fucking save the world. So fuck all that the survival remorse and being humble and things like that. Live your best life and do it safely and smartly. Don't be fucking having some of the nice cars in the hood and shit, because that's when you start looking like you're stunning. Keep the nice cars in nice places. You do better. You start taking them cars where it's shitty living and lower quality living than what you got, people start looking at you like a meal. Simple as plain. Keep the nice shit in nice places. Seclude yourself. If you do go to certain places, be humble, be modest, of course, like that. Because I mean that's temporary, but in life and for your life in general though, on the daily basis, be productive, keep working, and as you earn things in life, don't be scared to enjoy those fucking things. Fuck all that survival remorse shit.
and wealthy people actually live. But I tell you what, they don't live worrying about what people who have less than them think about them.
And that's a metaphor, not actually talking about people that was like in a fucking school shooting and they survived. Like that's just some.
They really don't. They may say it in public, but they don't. Tywin Lannister, the lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of the sheep. What do you want to be? If you want to be a lion, guess what? You're gonna have to eat some sheep. You're gonna eat a whole bunch of stuff, and none of your prey likes to be eaten. What are you gonna do? Become a vegetarian? Go eat some grass? Go be nice to it, talk to it, man, be a lion. Do what you have to do. Embrace the arrogance. It's one of your superpowers. Peace.
Kevin Samuels is great, man, as far as being an OG and having plenty of insight backed on data and experience. Not only is he successful in his own right, he's well read and very intellectual. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like him, but I feel like the reason why I watch these certain videos and the reason why I want to do reaction to these videos, it gives a different perspective to him. Obviously, this video and people say it all the time, he's arrogant and all these different things. Who are you to talk like this and be this type of mean, so frank, so blunt? But he does that even when he's not talking to anyone else, because that's the standard he lives by. He upholds himself to these certain standards, and hey, I bought this one. Shout out to Kevin Samuels, Atomic Bomb. That shit funny. I started looking at the clothes, but he embraces it. He understands it fully. He's a lion, and with lion it comes with responsibilities and certain standards to uphold. A lion don't lay with sheep, goddamn. Even though you may think the sheep is fluffy, you gotta stay a lion. I'm just talking shit at this point. But besides that, man, there's gonna be some more Kevin Samuels videos to come. He's one of the OGs at this point. How I see it, it didn't take long, because I mean, when you got the truth, bro, and the truth is oozing through you, it doesn't take long for people to recognize it, especially people that's connected to the truth and the real. So, yeah, it didn't take him long to become an OG, man, not in my eyes. So, shout out to Uncle Samuels. But appreciate y'all for coming in and tuning in again. Last video had, 18 views. I didn't expect that because I just started this channel, so that's more than enough. I'm hella grateful. Hit the like button, subscribe, send it to your friends, send it to your mama, send it to your sister, send it to your auntie, your brother, your daddy, everybody, all of them. It's been your boy B Neil, aka Emerald Thoughts. Doses.